Hi guys, I'm back and we're ready to make our folio. This is the one I showed you before, the little half-inch spine that opened and had 4 different sides to it with the waterfall here. And I have decided to make it an inch spine on because there's just not enough. I mean, there's room in here to get some more some pictures and stuff, but it's just going to protrude more when you do. So let me lay this aside. I have my album base put together, and I had a mess on my hands when I did it last night. I cut all 4 pieces 6 by 9, and then when I closed it, this is just here to protect my magnets. When I closed it, it just didn't want to close right, so I shaved a little bit off of this page, and then I had to take it apart and shave a little bit off of these 2 hinges just so that it closed nice and neat and made a box and not had protrusions on it, because I want, when I put the magnet on it, I want it to close evenly here. I don't want to have a bunch of overhang. And this one, by cutting this one off a little bit, you can see I've got some play in here. It's not hitting this side like it was before. So it just makes it fold up nicer, and it gives you a little bit more room inside for your embellishments and stuff. So, and I wrapped it in the heavyweight cardstock by Paper Studio, and I had cracks up in here and a couple of cracks on the spine, so I had to take it apart and go back over it with the black tape. But I'm a big fan of the black tape. I love using it to put your albums together. So what I have is the 4 sections, and we're going to start. I will show you the cover, but I'm not going to put the cover on it yet because I don't want it to get scratched up or soiled. And I lay them out and hold them together with clothespins. This is my front, and I have cut out a piece of black cardstock to go behind it. Oops. Anyway, it'll have a black mat under it, and then the gold mat, and it'll go on the black. I thought that was so pretty together. I really like it. And I had thought about putting some metal embellishments on it, and I've got some corner pieces and stuff like this, but I don't know. I guess I'll wait till I get to the very end and decide if I really want to do that or not. But you know, we got plenty of time to worry about that. But I'm going to lay this aside so that I don't get it all scuffed up. And I have cut out quite a few tags and photo mats, and I just used all my scraps for these, and I don't know how many I'll use or where they'll fit, but it was all scraps, and I don't like to throw anything away if I can help it. So I did that last night, and then I printed out some ephemera that came with the kit, and I have these different pieces that I can cut out and use later, depending on where they might fit. I hope you all see this. Make sure I'm in frame. Yeah, but they're really pretty. Really pretty. I love this paper pack. And if you didn't see the previous video, the paper I'm using is called French Country, and it's a digital collection by NitWit Collections. So, page 1. Here is page 1, which will be the inside cover. So I have my mat cut, and depending on how you want your edges, if you want a lot to show or just a little, I just like a small border of the black to show. Sorry about the crackly voice. I'm trying to take another cold. Believe me, I'm trying not to. So that's going to go there, and then I have a double pocket, and I just cut this an 1/8 of an inch smaller than the 6 by 9, and then I have the 2 pockets. Oh, sorry, these aren't pockets. These are flaps. I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is a top flap and it's going to mat like this. And this is the bottom flap. And I haven't cut anything for the inside of it yet. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it, but make sure this is going to match. And then this is a band that goes over the middle, and these will both tuck under the band, and then you'll be able to lift them up like this. And there'll be a photo opportunity there, and I need to cut something to go under here, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that just yet. So those are cut. The top one is cut at 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and the bottom is 5 3/4 by 4 1/2. And then I used this corner rounder by We Are Memory Keepers that's got the stub and the scallop on it. Okay, so let's put these together. And I've went around all my edges with black soot. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue. Just to put these together. And I need to watch my time. My grandson informed me he went over this camera. This is a new camera I just got a few months ago, and it started shutting off on me like my old one did. So he went through it, all the paperwork and everything that came with it, and looked up some more information on the internet. And he said that it is not designed to make videos like this, and that's why it keeps shutting off. It has a preset timer in it that he couldn't change. It doesn't give you the option to change it. So, it's just a little bit off there. I don't know. Let me re-glue that real quick. Got it just a little bit crooked. It doesn't give you the option to change it. So he told me just to watch my time and stop and restart the camera, which a lot of times you'll see people say, I'm going to go do so-and-so and I'll be right back. And he said that's probably why they do that, is because their cameras aren't designed to run continuously like that. There, that's better. I mean, it wasn't far off, but I could tell. And when you get the lower pocket on there, it might show up more. Wipe off my glue. I hope that dries clear. It usually comes right off, but it didn't that time. Okay. Let me fix that real quick. Here we go.
Hey, bird.
What, honey? Yes, I am. It's okay. You can speak.
We're doing our taxes and music.
I'm sure these people know that we have lives other than our videos, my dear.
I apologize for interrupting the magical words of the paper jungle.
He's such a smarty pants. Okay. That was Lucas. He's a mouthy little character. So here is the bottom flap. He's a crazy kid, I'll tell you. I will put this one down. Let's do better this time and get it straight from the get-go. Okay. I think I did good that time. Okay. Now let me trim these little, I didn't taper these to start with. See, I tried to be really good and have everything done that would save time so you guys don't have to watch me do stuff that y'all know how to do. Might be sitting there in your comfy armchair saying, get on with it, I know how to do that. Well, you probably do. But you know what? We all mess up and we forget things. Because we're human. So I'm going to put this right over the top of the the yellow one and fold it under. And then the bottom flap is going to go under the bottom. Let me turn it over this way so I can see what I'm doing. We do it upside down. I want to make sure it matches right. I think this might be just a little bit narrower. Yeah, there's just a tiny. And then this is going to go over the middle, just like a little belly band. Okay, the response to this quadfolio has just been amazing to me. I've just been doing videos probably a little over a year, and you never know what people are like or what they want, but I mean, people have been so nice about this. I mean, it's just amazing. Okay, now this, let's hope I know what I'm doing, because I had a good thing in mind. I'm just going to put a little glue on there. I don't want it to catch my flaps because I want them to tuck under. Let me pull this out. I don't want to get glue on it. I want to hold that where I want it to be. And this one the same way. Let that dry, and then these will tuck up under it, like so, to close. Well, you know what's happening. I didn't trim these. That's exactly what's the matter. It's catching on those little edges. I would do it again. At least I can see where it was this time, and I know where to put it. Okay, now this can be affixed to the page. These papers are so gorgeous. So pretty. It's all reds and a little bit of greens and some golds, and make sure I'm even here. That looks good. And this little band, that looks like I put it on crooked, doesn't it? I think I did. Yeah. Mercy. I'm not starting out too good, am I, kids? hard to tell, you know, when you're standing right on top of it. Let's see what it looks like. Still 3 3/4. Yep, it's even now. It was off a little bit. So I'm going to let that set up before I try to tuck these behind him. So that will be that page. And this should go pretty quick, because I got so much cut work already done. Okay. Page 2 is a double pocket. And this is going to be the top piece. It goes right up here. And it is cut at, oh, I didn't, I think I cut it 3 inches deep, but I didn't write it down. No, it's 4. It's 4 deep, and it is, how wide is it? Let me make sure. I won't tell you wrong. Just inside, 5 3/4, just inside both of these fold lines, or the hinge folds. I'm just going to go right up here, kind of centered between your two folds, straight as you can get it. And geez, my back hurts. Okay, and then we've got 2 pockets. I'm not glue the, I didn't trim those either. Jeez. Do this page and I'll pause it a second and come back to you. You guys, you know, you can pause it at any time you're watching this video, since I've already got my papers and stuff cut. And like Lisa said, she wanted to do the project right along with me. Well, that's great, but because I've already got things cut ahead, then you can pause it any time you want and cut your papers and catch right back up. There's, no, crooked. Crooked, crooked. Did it again. I can't stand it when it's crooked. It drives me crazy. But this art glitter glue, if you see it quick enough, you can zap it right out of there. And this looks like it's got a little nubby place where I cut the paper. There. And that will go there. And this will be our bottom pocket. Yeah, I went over it. Oh man. My back hurts so bad today, but it's driving me crazy. And I find it very difficult to sit down and put an album together. This one, just a little bit of an inch, and get them together, Bobby, so they match. Okay, so that's going to go here, and this is going to go there, and that'll make our double pocket. So this is going to go right there. Let me lay a clothespin where I want it to stop. Okay. That's my measuring. A clothespin. You know, and I used to use paper clips when I'd lay out the different pages, but I noticed I was having trouble with them scratching the edges of the paper, sometimes leaving an impression on the paper, and like a crease mark in them. So I saw somebody that said they used clothespins. I don't remember who it was, and I thought, well, why didn't I think of that? It makes so much sense. Let me trim this off. And it does help, and that way you can keep everything together once you get it cut and measured, and you know exactly where you wanted it, where it's supposed to be when you get ready to put it together. But I like to lay out the whole book before I start putting things together, and then look through my embellishments and that kind of stuff and see what I got that I can use, because if I don't take time to dig through stuff, I forget I got it and I'll never use it, and it just lays there. And I have, like everybody else, I've got such an accumulation of stuff that needs to be used. Okay, there's page 2. See how quick it goes together? You probably spend more time cutting things out and distressing your edges, or putting your ink in your edges and that kind of stuff. Okay, there's page 1 and page 2. I'm going to pause this for a second and I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay guys, let's do page 3 and 4. I'm going to try to sit down to do this and hope maybe that helps. Oh, maybe the cold settled in my back. I don't know. Let me move this aside. I did get these to fold up, stuck under there once that dried. I was afraid of tearing it loose. That's why I didn't force it a while ago. Okay, so we're going to do page 3, which is a waterfall. And the waterfall base is cut at 4.5 by 9. And then you'll need, how many pages did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 pages, and they are cut at 7 by 4.5 and scored at a 1/2 inch on this on one short end, and then the other end I used that same punch to do the little scallop corner. So we're going to, let me turn on my other light, maybe that'll help too. Forgot I didn't have it on. I'm really together today, aren't I? Okay, I'm going to put this brown check down at the bottom of the base of the page. I don't see any point in wrapping the whole thing in black when you're going to cover it with designer paper anyway. The tape covers enough of the edges that all I need is the tape, and then I can put my designer paper down and save that black cardstock for something else. Oops, I'm just slinging it everywhere. Okay, let me turn around and make sure I get it centered. Looks pretty good, huh? Right there. Okay, and then I need to put these down on my pages. I haven't done any of those yet. I should have done that ahead of time so you didn't have to wait on me to do that. Looks pretty good. There's one. And I just alternated, excuse me, the ticking stripe with that floral. That floral I think is probably my favorite out of the whole collection. I really like it. It is, of course, you can tell by watching this album that I love red. That is indeed one of my favorite colors. Okay. Hear a truck outside backing up. Hear it beeping. Here's that one. Get plenty of glue on there. Sure don't want this little turkey coming apart after all this work, huh? They've got such pretty collections at the NitWit. Is that on the fold? No, it's okay. They have one called Farmhouse that I really like too. It's all in blues and creams. It's really pretty. So who knows what I'll do next. I need to get back to, when I started getting all the responses on this folio, I had started working on my Graphic 45 Fairy Dust album. So I laid it aside so I could do this tutorial for you guys. So I need to go back and finish that. And I have other projects in the works that I need to finish what I started before I buy anything else. Because I've got so much stuff anyway, I really don't need to buy anything, but I'm good at it. I'm really good at shopping. I have perfected it. Get this one. If I cut one for the base, I might have to go back and print another sheet and cut one for the base when I get to that point, so that you don't just have a black blob hanging out there. I didn't, and there's the base. Oh, no. Alright, well, we'll do something with it. So there is our waterfall. And what my plan was to stick it at the top and the bottom and leave it open so I could tuck something behind it. That's my plan, and that's what I'm going to do. Stand up for this and make sure I get it on straight. And in the middle. Because I don't want it hanging out the bottom. Okay, let me put a clothespin on this till it sets up here. Actually, I think I'm going to glue this one down to the base because it doesn't really have a score mark in it where you can lift it, where you can lift it up. Okay. Now, this is my plan. Let's hope it works. I cut this band, and I wanted to glue it on one side and put a magnet on this side, and I didn't put the magnet underneath. That wasn't very smart, was it? What a dummy. I wonder if I could... No, it's already... I think it's too late to get a magnet under there. That was my plan. Well, let me think. Maybe I could cut out a little flower or something and put under there to hide my magnet. Okay, let me pause this and I'll take a look and see what I've got that I can cover this mistake with, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay guys, I think we're going to be able to wind this up. My throat's getting sore by the minute, so let's hope my voice holds out. I did go ahead and put the papers on the front that I had showed you at the beginning of the video what I was going to do. And I added the spine pieces. I used the red houndstooth print, lint or something there, on all three of the spines. And then I cut out some yellow gingham for the inside spines. I didn't have that done yet, so I did cut that out, and then we can go ahead and embellish it and be done with this thing. But the colors are just so pretty. So I'm going to put these little spine pieces down, and we'll add our tags and mats, and I don't have a lot of embellishments cut out. I wasn't really sure what sizes of things I would need, you know. So, whoops. Oops. Don't push it too hard. So we'll press this into place. Oh, and on these two that tucked under, I did go ahead and put a piece of scrap green that I had under there, and I thought they could use them for either photos or journaling, whatever they wanted to use, but I thought the green went really pretty with the yellow and the green in these leaves. Okay, and I cut out this flower. I thought it would be really pretty. It's part of the collection on here. And then if they wanted to tuck something behind the flower, they can, but let's just do the leaf and the lower half of the yellow petal like that, so it'll be to the bottom of it. I thought they'd be real pretty on there and bring out some of the color of the other pages. Oh goodness. And then we can put some photo mats and some tags in here. Maybe this little tag. And I've got tons of photo mats and tags, so we have plenty to work with. My other little yellow piece here. Let me put this back in where it goes so it's not flapping around all the time. Okay. I'll put this yellow strip down. Yellow gingham. You know, if you guys have a chance, you know, take some photos and send me some pictures of what you made if you do use this tutorial. I love to see what you guys are making. I never have anybody to craft with, and my kids don't get into it or anything, you know, and I'm always just doing it by myself. So it'd be nice to see what other people are making. I actually feel like I was crafting with somebody, maybe. Okay, let's see what we can put in these little double pockets. How about this red one back here? And guess these are the same size. And we can put one of these in there. And I got another small green. I wonder if that'd look, that's too green. Yeah, I don't like that in there. How about this one? Might be too big for this page, I don't know. No, it'll work. Okay, so we'll leave that in there. And that is the waterfall. And that is that. Well, I got way more tags than I need, don't I? Ooh. Well, look at that. How about if we put these on some black circles? And use these for embellishments. And that's too much red. And try this one. And I'm not crazy about that either. It's not bad down there on that one. How about no, I don't like that there either. Make a little tuck spot out of it maybe. Needs something on there, doesn't it? I'll get these buttons cut out. Oop. I don't like that there. You know what, I've also got this Imagine might be pretty on there. I've got a bunch of these words that I bought when Michael's had a big sale. And they had these really cheap, and there's like 3 of them, I think, in a package. Yeah, 3 of them, and they're little wood words. That'd be kind of pretty on there, although I might want to go over it with a little bit of white maybe. Let me put this down here as a tuck spot. I like this down here. It's just a tuck spot. And then Imagine would be pretty up there. It would look like with a little white on it. I don't want to put paint on it that take too long to dry. Just touch the edges with some white ink. It's not going to be a tuck spot or anything to hold anything. I'd be afraid it'd rip off there, but it's going to be cute on there with a little white edge on it. Make sure I've got it straight. Imagine. Yeah, I like that on there. We can put some more of these tags in here. Photo mats. Got enough of them, don't I? Okay. Takes care of that one. We got one more yellow piece to put in here. edges. Okay, got one of these on here for a tuck spot maybe. Actually a real pretty one. This one says Paris. It's pretty. I like this one, but it's too wide. Well, it's not too wide, is it? It's wider than that one though. Just down towards the bottom, and actually stick a tag in there if we wanted to. Got any tiny ones left? Here's a little one. This one, be cute in there. I don't know if I got any more tiny ones. I can always make some with my scraps. And what about this? Nope, that's too busy. I think maybe I better leave well enough alone. What do y'all think? I really think it turned out pretty. That's pretty. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we'll put that up there. I like that. And when everything dries, I can take some Nuvo dots if I can find them. I'm not sure where they're at since I moved. But you can use the Nuvo dots and make it look like little brads on here. Just put a little dot on the end of each one and it looks like you've got a brad in there. Alright. So there is our quadfolio. That's it, kids. We did good today. Got lots of goodies in it. And it's all done. It's a done deal. Oh, I didn't get it tucked under there. Good, that's what happened to that. Whoops. Stick my tag back in there. There we go. All done. Alright, thanks for joining me. Let me know what you guys make. I'd be real interested in seeing what you're doing. Talk to you soon. Bye.